Today, I wanted to share with you some of the new features in iPad OS that help me the most as a digital artist and content creator here on YouTube. Before I start with the software side of things, I quickly want to show you a couple of accessories that I recommend you purchase to have the best experience. Now, the first thing you're going to want to get is an external storage device, and in this case, I have the Samsung T5 portable external SSD. It's nice and fast, and it's got a USB Type-C port, just like the 2018 iPad Pro. I got the 2TB model, which is pretty expensive at $300, but the price has come down literally hundreds of dollars since it first came out. Now, the next thing you're going to want is a USB Type-C cable, but not just any cable. You want to get an official Apple Thunderbolt 3 cable. It's also pretty expensive at $40, but it's extremely durable and reliable since it's from Apple, and I can rest assured that my transfer speeds are going to be the best that they can be and that my monitors will also work well with this cable. Finally, we have the Uni or Uni, I think it's pronounced, I don't know, but this is a USB-C to micro SD or SD card adapter. You can pick this up for just $15 on Amazon. Okay, finally, so my favorite thing about the new iPad OS are the new multitasking features. You can swipe up to bring an app into the split screen, which is something that I love doing when I need a reference or when I'm working in Procreate. I always get asked, how do I do this? But hopefully now we can lay this magical trick I do to rest. You can swipe left or right in the middle to resize this option as well. To take things even further, you can stack multiple apps onto the side of the screen and then swipe to change each one. This is great again for when I have a reference in my Photos app, but also want to quickly check Pinterest, for example, as well. You can also open this up in its own app switcher if you need to. If you've decided on one view that you want to keep, you can also move it back and then dock it into the split screen view however you like. Now on to the file management, which begins to finally blur the line between tablet and computer/laptop. The Files app is great and is usable even for someone like me who has never actually used Mac OS. Fun fact, I only used it once in my life to print something in college, and that took me forever. I can switch the view to a typical folder and then quickly navigate through my files. I can also have a look at the metadata for my different artwork, and this is super helpful when checking to make sure I have everything that I need for a certain project or file transfer. You can also make quick changes here, just like in Windows when a photo is mistakenly exported at the wrong angle. And I actually just learned this today. I can zip and unzip files here as well, and this is actually going to be super helpful when I'm preparing big or several files for my Patreon rewards in the future. Now for the Photos app. This is one of the most used apps for me aside from Procreate when it comes to creating any type of visual content, and it's had some very nice impressive changes with iPad OS. First and foremost, we have dark mode. Now, I know this is a system-wide feature, but I love it the most here because it melts well into my Procreate background when I'm drawing for long periods of time, and I don't have to tap the image to make it perfectly black. I like the soft gray that it's defaulted to. Next, we have increased editing features. The UI is more streamlined, and I actually find myself using some of these features to make quick edits on a larger screen before I send the images off to my phone for Instagram. And if you ever find yourself looking at a cool image somewhere and you want to quickly save it as a reference, you can just take a screenshot like normal and then go straight to editing it before you even save the image. When you're done, it takes you right back to where you left off. So what can we actually do with all of these new features? Well, something that used to take me literally hours is transferring content to and from my iPad and desktop computer. I can transfer images and videos super fast now from Procreate to my computer using my external SSD, and I always export huge 4K videos for the potential chance to use them for YouTube and Patreon from Procreate, and moving these half a gig sometimes files is now a breeze. I can also edit footage pretty easily thanks to the LumaFusion app as well. Since I can just pop in my SD card into the adapter, it's really easy to make some quick edits to up my Instagram story game without taking all the extra time to edit the videos on my computer. iPad OS makes it super easy to import Photoshop ABR brushes into Procreate, and combining this with the zipping feature allows me to easily export and zip my entire brush pack to update my Gumroad page whenever I want. With Procreate 5, I can select several images to work with on the Photos app and then drag them over just like I can with Photoshop on the desktop. Now, you can also do this as well in Procreate 4, but it currently has a glitch where the thumbnail doesn't show up until you open the image for the first time. So that's it for my favorite new tips and tricks with iPad OS. Let me know if I missed anything that you find useful in the comments down below, and hopefully I can pin it and everyone else will be able to know. And if you're interested in my artwork or you want to support the channel, consider joining my Patreon. I provide sample brushes, full tutorials, and include tons of my drawing process and cheat sheets as rewards every month. I'll see you next week with another video, and in the meantime, keep drawing and stay positive.